Hello, everybody. Um, I was gonna say something. It's pretty important. Okay, so I am going to be doing some fiber art. That's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna be on my phone too, so I can see comments um, as they come in. See if I can see it. Here we go. Let's turn off all the volume because that echo is terrible. So as many of you saw, I have made this little ball of yarn. It's a lot smaller than it was because I've been making a hat. And I knew that this was not going to be enough to make a full hat, so I'm using this black acrylic yarn that a pen pal sent me to make the like this is the top part of the hat, and I'm going to use the rest of this to make the brim of the hat. Um, and this is going to be like the middle part. So we're working on that. And hold on one second. Okay, so I have that. I've got some fiber and my spindle. So I've got some fiber going on this already. Red, and this is the little fluff that I'm currently spinning. I've got all this red fiber kind of pre-separated, so it looks like a lot more than it is. It was two braids, that's what they call it, that looked like this, but red. So one longer one smaller one. This is approximately 2.5 ounces, and so was this. This one was a little bigger. Um, Obviously, this looks like a lot more than this because it's all fluffed out. So I started with the red. I'm going to spin. I'm guessing 2 of these red and 2 of these blue. I have these little boxes. So there's something called a lazy Kate that they use in the spinning world. That how do I explain it? A lazy Kate holds your yarn and okay, so this is a homemade lazy Kate, just a box that I cut the flaps off of and cut little ridges in. And these are just wooden skewers from in those packs that you can get in the dollar section at Ingles. And they're gonna hold my yarn once it's wrapped in a ball. Not like this, it's a different kind of ball. And more like this. So it would go through approximately the center. The balls that I'm going to be winding will have a more obvious center, so it won't be quite as stabby. So it would pull through, and then I'd stick it on like that, and I could pull yarn off of it. And that will allow me to ply my yarn, which is when you take two. So this is called a single, and this is a 2-ply yarn. So I took 2 singles and I plied them together. One second. Jeez. I didn't have it set to where people could see it. That's annoying. So I have my skewers and my quote-unquote lazy cape. It'll do until I can get a real one. And I'll spin some yarn, wind it into a ball, and apply it. And then there's a whole process after you do all the spinning that is where you wind it onto, I don't have it with me, this device called a nitty knotty, and it's essentially like 5 sticks put together. I use the plastic pipe, to make mine, and you wind it, and it turns out into a yard. Each wrap, um, you tie it together, and because mine is made out of the plastic pipe, it can be put into the water to get out on the nitty knotty. If yours was wooden and untreated, you could not do that, but I didn't want that because I want to be able to keep it under tension. That helps take away some of the curly cues. So this is going to have a little bit of it, but for the most part, when you hold it down, it doesn't like curl together. This, which you want it to be kind of curly cue whenever you're doing your singles, it's tight right now. If you let it go, it curls up. So if I were to show more, it curls together. It's just a lot of energy in it, which is important to have. You want a lot of energy in your singles. What else? I'm also working on a couple of other things in this project bag. Let's see. This is a single that I spun a while ago. I was trying to make something with it. It's not going too well because this single is crap. And it's really old. I was trying to make like a headband, I guess, but it's not coming out too great for me. So there's that. I am making, I don't know where my hook is. Hello. This is going to be a fingerless glove. Really pretty. I did not make this yarn because this was my first yarn. This yarn is called, it's from Italy. The color is Strawberry Coulis. It's a worsted weight wool and microfiber. This isn't in English, so I don't know exactly what it is, but that's what I'm using for that. That's going to be really pretty. And I've got, also in here, this is just acrylic, but I'm making myself a pair of gloves. It's a little tight. This is my first time making gloves. So I'm using pink and blue. So on the next hand, I haven't started the next hand yet. On the next hand, I'm going to have blue fingers and a pink body. Take this off. So that's all in my project bag. And I need to empty out some of these things out of my project bag so I can take my hat project and my spinning project with me. Let's see. Got some notifications. What are they? Nothing. My feet are cold. So I'm going to be working mainly on the, I shouldn't have put it away. This fingerless glove, my hat, and my spinning. I'm going to start with the spinning. So, what I do when I spin, I'll tuck it for a second. Let me lower that a little bit. You guys can see what I'm doing. Tucking it. I'm going to unravel my fiber a little bit so it's a little easier to manage. And I'm going to, not that way. So this way makes it spin counterclockwise. This way makes it spin clockwise. So I'm going to go in. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's the problem I have as a beginner with long tails. So let me try that again. Whew. So it spins really tight and it shrinks up a little bit. That's good. Now I'm going to pull it out. It's called drafting, if I can. It's not really working. There we go. There we go. So then it sends the twist up. It's probably really hard to see because I'm spinning this fiber pretty thin. Let's see if I can get it a little closer. Oh, can you see that? I think it can't. Logistics I should have worked out already. I think that's good. Holding it, dropping it. And whenever I do this, I'm adding a little bit of twist into the top part because the twist is kind of running out, which makes the fiber a little weaker. So then I kind of test it a little bit. I think I'm going to do it a little longer. Twist, twist, twist. Pick it up again. Sorry. Draft. Drafting, and letting the twist travel. And then smoothing it out a little bit. And that's pretty good. So now I'm going to take it off from around the hook and spin it onto the spindle until it gets to a pretty good length. I have to leave a little bit of length to let the twist gather on to the yarn. And then do it again. And the reason I spin it on my leg like that is because doing that motion with my hands makes my fingers hurt after a while. And goodness, draft out a little more. So the method I'm doing right now, where I put the spindle still and then draft out, is called a park and draft. There are really only two ways that I know of to do it. The one way is the park and draft, and the other way is to keep it spinning and draft while it's spinning. You don't have to be standing to do it, but it is easier if you're standing. So I'm gonna draft a little more, twist, draft, let the twist travel, draft, let the twist travel. And now I'm going to put some more spin into it. Let it spin for a second. Stop it. Park it. And then draft it up to a spindle. And I'm texting while I'm doing this. I'm also trying to keep my stream up on everything. Okay, that's weird. Oh, weird. What you doing, Alex? My cat's up on the dresser. And Trixie is right over here. And Bandit's in here somewhere. Amos is out on the couch. He could not be around fiber. It makes him crazy. Like he's gotten a hold of this like 3 or 4 times today. And it might be because I dyed my fiber with Kool-Aid and food coloring and lemon juice, and it makes it smell appetizing. Hang on 1 second. Oh, there it is. There it is. I figured you'd found it when your name popped up. It was, for some reason, I had it as private for a little bit there. I don't know why. I didn't realize it until I was like 10 minutes into the stream. Is that only I could see it. It's draft. I don't know how much of a delay there is. We'll find out in a second. I think there's a 30-second delay. I need to put more twist in this before I... That's good. And I'm all the time talking to myself while I do this, so I figure I might as well talk to the public. I tried to stream on YouTube, but I just set up my channel, and it said that it had to wait 24 hours before I could stream, which is the most annoying thing in the world. But you have to deal with it. I do a little bit of pre-drafting whenever I'm spinning, which is where you kind of like, the way I understand it, is you section off smaller sections and pull it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I guess they needed time to verify my account to make sure I wasn't a robot or something. Because obviously I'm a robot. Robots spin fiber too. Oh, nice. Do you have me on your phone? What are you playing? Do I have Discord on my laptop? I don't know. If I did, I'd say I'd get off of here and come join the Discord. I might do it on my phone in a little bit. I just wanted to share my projects. Let's see. Pull that up. Draft a little bit. Oh, cool. this. This. Um, this isn't long enough, and I'm running out of twist. My arms are not nearly long enough. I need longer arms, and I need them yesterday. So here. And let's see how much twist I have. Lots. Love that. I'm getting better at doing it consistently. You can kind of see it's really just a lot of red, but as I'm twisting on, this fiber is nice and even. I think this is gonna make a really good, hey Jasmine, really good DK weight yarn, which is like, this is worsted weight. It's gonna be lighter, like thinner than this, I think. Come here. But yeah, I gotta. This is where it gets hard. I don't have enough hands. Um, Gotta pull more fiber out of my bag. Okay. This yarn that I'm spinning right now, this red is going to go with this really pretty blue. I'm calling it my Spider-Man yarn. And I think I'm gonna make a cowl. You guys know what that is? It's like a thick, short infinity scarf. So you don't wrap it multiple times. You just put it on over your head, and it's like a small scarf. And I think I'm gonna use that to make that. It'll depend on how much yardage I have, and because like this, which Rome, to answer your question, is the yarn I spun this weekend. I only had 59 yards of this, so okay, good. So you both know what it is. So I didn't have enough of this to even make a hat, and hats are one of the least yardage projects you can make. So I'll have to see. This was only 2.5 ounces of fiber. This was almost 4. So that's almost double the amount of yarn. So I should be good. Especially if I use a stitch that doesn't eat up a lot of yarn. Oh, there's Bandit. Bandit, come here. Come. I think we can get him on the screen. Dogs are much more important than fiber art, y'all. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Let me see her. Let me see her. The ankle biter. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubba. Oh, he's in heaven. He's in heaven. Puppy break. Puppy breaks. Puppy wuppy breaks. The ankle biter. He left me. Back to spinning. Um, so, oh, this is cool what I'm about to do. So I've run out of 5. Bandit, your cameo is over. So I've run out of fiber here. So I am going to take some more. This is too long in my opinion. So I'm going to grab both ends and whew, it just pulls right apart. And I'm going to graft out just a little bit. This is going to be really thin because I'm putting this little wisp on this. It's hard, I can't get it up close. This little wisp. So you lay them over each other and you hold the top of the wisp that was connected to the yarn you're spinning. Hold the top of that, draft it out a bit, and then spin. Gotta be position. So I've spun. Now I'm twisting and grafting. Let the twist travel. Graft a bit. Let the twist travel. Smooth out my yarn. I thought this was thin enough, but I'm gonna make it even thinner. Skinny legend. Thin it out, thin it out. Make a nice thin yarn. And to tell you about this wool, it is 100% wool. It's not blended with anything. It's a merino cone top. Let's see if I can find where I bought it. Actually, I think this one was a Christmas present a year ago. But it should be the same. Yeah, let's see. Let's go back on Amazon 2019. November. Bandit, I don't need your cameos. That's your butt, too. Get out of here. Okay, so it's not, I did not buy it for myself, so someone must have bought it for me. So it is approximately, that's Corey Leo. I believe it's this that I found on Amazon. Doesn't give me any, okay, there it is. The staple length is 3 to 4 inches. The micron is, oh, good night, is 23 to 26. And supposedly it's from ethically sourced from regulated farms and processed cruelty-free. Just to tell you about that. And I dyed it with Kool-Aid. Another interesting fact, I do dye my yarn with food dye and Kool-Aid. And I think that's long enough. Not quite enough twist. That's good. And I don't know how to describe it other than, like, you kind of know what you look for, what you feel for. Why is it not updating? Okay. I had it pulled up on my phone and it's like not updating live, which is annoying. Because the whole reason I have my phone pulled up is so I can see the comments in multiple places in case I'm like doing something. But yeah, so this is how I make yarn. I have a spinning wheel and I'm working on fixing it, and hopefully I'll get some pictures of that up soon. But that's pretty much all I was gonna do for the night. If you're still the person on here, I'm gonna call you. Alright, bye guys.